We do continue to follow that breaking news on the vaccine rollout, which broke just a few minutes ago. President Joe Biden now saying that he expects the United States to have enough vaccine doses for all adult Americans by the end of May. That is 2 months earlier than anticipated. And fortunately, we have Dr. Todd Ellerin, Chief of Infectious Diseases at South Shore Health, to talk about all of this. And this is breaking right now, Doctor. Is that possible? And how important is this?
Well, Maria, I think this is bold. And, now that we've heard that Johnson & Johnson is going to be partnering with Merck as part of the Defense Production Act to get them together to produce more doses, I do think it's possible. Is it likely? I'm not sure, but it's bold, and that's what we need right now.
Well, so let's expand it a little bit, Dr. Ellerin. The president also said teachers. He wants every teacher in the United States and school staff members to have at least one dose by the end of this month. Is that reasonable?
Again, I think it's a bold plan. I like the idea of it. Obviously, teachers need to get vaccinated as soon as possible. I call this the multiplier effect, right? We vaccinate teachers. They feel more comfortable. The teachers' unions feel more comfortable. And then we can get off of this debate as to whether kids can go back into the classroom.
So let's talk about, there are new worries tonight about the lack of those second doses of COVID vaccines for people at smaller sites, smaller local sites. The state shifted supply of the Moderna and the Pfizer vaccines from neighborhood clinics to the mass vaccination sites, and that is still causing confusion about where some can get that second shot. So what is the maximum amount of time you can wait between doses?
So, Ed, there's a lot packed in there. I just want to make it clear. Massachusetts right now is the #1 larger state in the country that has gotten the most people their first dose of vaccination. So we're doing so well that now we actually have to focus on second doses because there's such a limited supply. We're not taking vaccines away from the neighborhood health clinics and moving them to the mass clinics, but because more people have been vaccinated at the mass clinics like Gillette or Fenway, we have to get them more vaccines. We're still, that equity initiative is still very important for the Commonwealth.
Doctor, remind people what the risk is of skipping that second dose.
Okay, so one more thing that I didn't mention. So, Ed, obviously the ideal is 3 to 4 weeks after, but the CDC says 6 weeks it's okay, and likely even longer than that. I think the science is going to show that that's reasonable, even if there is a delay, even though the ideal right now is still 3 to 4 weeks. So, Maria, remind me the question.
So what's the risk of skipping that
second dose? Right.
The second dose.
There's no question. The second dose remains vitally important for Pfizer and Moderna. Obviously, we don't have to worry about the second dose with the J&J vaccine because it's a single dose. But we do not want people missing their second dose of Pfizer and Moderna. It gives that boost to the immunity that we need.
Dr. Ellerin, and as we say thank you and goodbye, the state of Texas, the governor of the state of Texas has said there's no more need for masks. Forget the masks, throw them away. Everything's at 100% open, and here we go. What is this, in your opinion?
That's not okay. All right. Remember, things are going to change. So if you have a completely vaccinated group, that means everyone has gotten 2 doses of the Moderna or Pfizer or a single dose of Johnson & Johnson, and you have enough time that's elapsed, then it's reasonable for us to take off our masks in groups. But in public, in crowded areas where most of the states have not received even 1 dose of vaccine, it's not okay to take off masks in public areas, crowded areas, or when you're in close contact with someone that you don't know their vaccination status.
Dr.
Masks are critical during this time.
Thank you so much for your time and dealing with the breaking news this afternoon.
We appreciate it. As always, Doctor. Be well.